Okay, Judy, we're working on the chorus of Softly and Tenderly. And we're going to work through this and maybe make a couple of changes here. But we're going to start off with the melody. Remember, the melody there on Come Home is actually going to be an eighth note pickup from the line before. So if we're counting through it, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is 6 here. So that come on there is a 6. And each of these guys here, let me see if I can do this and point to it and talk at the same time. So what we have here, starting here on this first measure here, this is a dotted quarter note, but this ends up being 1, 2, hold on, how am I looking at this? Yeah, this just doesn't line up right. So if you can see that this is designed to be, this is supposed to be a quarter note. So that'd be 2 eighth notes here. So this would be both 1 and 2, and then that's 3. Okay, so this would be 1, 2, 3, and the same thing happens here. This is a quarter note, and then an eighth note. 1, 2, 3. So you end up having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it'll be come home, come home, come, and then it keeps going on the same idea. Hopefully that makes sense. But this is the end of the measure here from up here. This will be 6. So it'll be 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. Okay? Happens similarly here. The reason you can see that is because it's a quarter note here with the quarter note rest underneath it. That's how you can really tell. This one was weird because this is being held, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. This is a long note with this ringing while this guy's being played, okay? So one more time. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and then this is held, dotted quarter note, 4, 5, 6. Okay? 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and the next part, this is going to be 1, 2, 3 right there. Okay? They're eighth notes. 1, 2, 3. And this, to me, is unnecessary for right now, okay? I want you to just read this as 4, 5, 6. We'll deal with the rhythm of that another time. It'll be easier to learn if you're not worried about it. So we're ignoring this 16th note here and this dotted 8th note here as a result of that 16th note being there. So I would count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Just straight 8th notes. And then here you have a quarter note at the end, followed by an eighth note, followed by a quarter note with an eighth note rest. So you end up with, and I'm just realizing this probably looks ridiculous. I can see it on the screen, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the eighth note rest here. Okay, these all have fermatas, those bird's eyes. So that means that really it just means you can do this in your own amount of time. If this was the measure before, it was 4, 5, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what that means. It just means like you can take your time through all 3 of these notes. All right? All right, now, hopefully that makes sense. Let's look at how we're doing this though. If you can see, we're starting off on the note E flat. All right, well, we have E flat here. All right, E flat. First finger plays E flat. Well, then we need a B flat. Okay, and they don't have to ring, but if you let go of this finger, you end up hearing this, and it just sounds terrible. So if you can play these and kind of keep that finger down, E flat, B flat. If you can keep it down here with either your third finger playing that note or your pinky, you might have it easier, maybe easier to go E flat, B flat. Okay, that way it can ring. If that's easier on your hand, that stretch there, use your pinky there. Okay, the next part's kind of neat. The next note is a G, okay? And you're going to play a G. I want this to do something similar. I want you to go E flat, B flat, and then G, G, okay? G, G, because this note's assumed to have been ringing all this time. So you really have E flat, B flat, G, G here, okay? E flat, B flat, G, G. We're not going to play that B flat again. E flat, B flat, G, G. Okay, we're going to deal with that C in a second. The way we're going to play that is like this. It's neat. You just played E flat, B flat. Okay, I want to play G, G. So not only are we playing the G on the 5th fret of that 4th string, we're also playing on the open G. So you end up with this. E flat, B flat, and then I want you to take this first finger, just slide it up. Okay, I'm just sliding it. I'm not going to hit the attack of that note until it's ready to go on the 5th fret. Okay, you don't have to hear. I'm not worried about that. I just wanted to take the same finger and drop it down. So you just ride the string. Okay. All right, and I'm just going thumb, index on my right hand. P, I, P, I. Okay, so now we're on the next come home. All right, so this is going to be 6, 1, 2. All right, that is a C followed by an A flat. All right, well, there's a reason why we're up here. Okay, I want you to stay on this 5th fret. Just drop it down to the 3rd string. That note right there on the 5th fret of the 3rd string is a C, right? G, A, B, C. All right, we're on the 5th fret with our first finger. It was already down on the 4th string. Now it's going up to the 3rd string, 5th fret. This is your C. If you drop your middle finger down right now, that is an A flat, okay? That is an A flat because you have D, E, F, G, A flat. Okay, so we have our first finger down on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. I want you to play that and then drop your middle finger down and play the A flat. On the 5th fret to the 6th, 5th fret to the 6th fret. Okay, 5th fret, 3rd string, 6th fret, 4th string. All right, put that together and it sounds like this. Okay, it's goofy, but you can do it. That is following along with the melody. The only thing that I haven't done is try and make these things ring with those long, what do you call this? The long ties, whatever. Sorry. I'm not totally worried about that. I think I'm going to sacrifice a couple of those just for the sake of being able to play this a little easier. All right. Well, that leaves us with this double stop, 2 notes at the same time. Come home right here. All right. We have 2 notes here. We have a B flat and a G. Well, they're on the same string, so we can't play those at the same time anyway unless we fret it on a different string. So let's go back, put the B flat on this 3rd fret, and drop our ring finger down on G. So we're on the 3rd string and the 4th string. First finger is playing the B flat, 3rd fret of the 3rd string. Our ring finger is going to go and play the 5th fret of the 4th string. Okay, now let's put that together. What we just did, it makes sense. We have E flat, B flat. And take that first finger and ride it up and play G, G. First finger jumps up to the 3rd string, plays that 5th fret. Second finger drops to the 6th fret of the 4th string. Okay, then we're just going to take my first finger here and move it down to the 3rd string, 3rd fret, 3rd string, and drop our ring finger here onto the 5th fret. Okay, so putting those 2 things back to back would have been. Okay. And then we're going to go back to the 5 and 6 we did a second ago where we separated them, but we're going to play them together. Okay, so what we have here, let's look at this section. I want you to play this back to back here. C to A flat, and then we have this double stop here, meaning 2 frets at the same, 2 notes at the same time. B flat, G, and then we go back to C and A flat, but this time played together. So these 2 notes were separate, and now they're together. So playing this little thing together back and forth is kind of nice. We're starting with our first finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string, and our middle finger, second finger, is playing the 6th fret of the 4th string. Okay, so we have C, A flat, and take that first finger, move it down to B flat of that 3rd string, and take your ring finger and put it on the 5th fret of the 4th string. Play them at the same time. and then go back to what we just did, but play the C and A flat at the same time. Okay, so you have. Okay, putting all that together here, you have this. E flat, B flat, and take your first finger, slide it up, G, G. Take your first finger, move it to the 5th fret of the 3rd string, play that C, and then drop your middle finger down to play the 6th fret of the 4th string. Then take your first finger, move it down to the 3rd fret, and at the same time move your ring finger to the 5th fret of the 4th string. Play those 2 middle strings together, and then come back to where you were a second ago with first finger coming up here and middle finger playing C and A flat. Okay? Alright? Now, gets a little wacky after this. I want to remove a couple of notes here. So, ye who are, I want you to get rid of the B flat on ye. Okay, so just only play the G. And then I want you to get rid of the G on the who. Okay, so ye who are should be G, B flat, B flat. Okay, and that's going to end up with you playing all that on this 3rd string. G, B flat, B flat. Okay, G, B flat, B flat. Okay, on that section, I want you to play the G, B flat, B flat, which is 3rd string, 3rd string, 3rd string, right? G, B flat, B flat. I want you to play I, P, I. Okay, because we're trying to set ourselves up to move from playing the 4th and 3rd string to all these parts here we've just played up to the first part of the chorus. Now we're going to go back to playing on the 2nd and 3rd string with our index and middle, and we just got to set it up a little better. So I would practice that a couple times. We're going I, open note with the open G with the I, thumb playing the B flat, and then playing that B flat again with your I. Okay, so you have I, P, I. Okay, the only reason it's weird is because it just feels funny out of context. Okay, but I'd work on that. And then the next part, weary come home. Okay, we got to look at these notes. We're set up not too bad here to have our first finger on C. We have a C, and then the note below it on weary, is an A natural. Okay, so not an A flat, an A natural. So you have C and A at the same time. Easy peasy, right? You're going to play that twice. Remember, it's not a 16th note. You're going to go C and A, C and A. All right, now look at this next thing. We have a D natural and a what? A flat. Okay, so A has become flat now. So now instead of playing A, we play A flat. And instead of playing a D flat like we're supposed to play in this song, we're going to play a D natural. Okay? Now, I think it's kind of comfortable to go ahead and play this with our pinky, and you'll see why in a second. It feels a little goofy to play it with our ring finger, but coming out of this, you could do that if you want, but the stretch is kind of hard. You can go like that, first and pinky. If that feels good, I think you should do it, and you'll see why in a second. That is weary come. All right, here comes home. Pinky is going to move up to the E flat. See that? And we're going to have an open G. All right, so we have all with I am. All right, then it goes back to what we just played, and then it's going to be a little bit different. Okay, so that's weary come. We're going to do it again. Weary come home. And the last 2 notes, we go to a D flat in the top part there and a B flat. All right, well that's a little bit different. You need a D flat and a B flat. All right, use your second finger on the D flat and your 3rd finger on B flat. I think that'd be better. Okay, so you come out of this, and then just use 2nd finger drops here on the D flat, 3rd finger drops onto the B flat. I like that. All right, putting that all together, we have this. We start with an E flat, and then pinky's going to play the B flat. Move your first finger up and play the G, and then another G. First finger jumps up now to the C, and then an A flat, and Good. And then we're going to play this, what's called a double stop. First finger moves to B flat, and the third finger is going to go down and grab the G. And then go back. First finger goes back up to where it was, and you play C and A flat at the same time. Good. Now you're going to play I, P, I. Open G, and then B flat, B flat. Okay? And then now we're going to play all these with I, M after this. First finger on C, second finger on A natural. Good. And then pinky's going to drop to D natural. First finger plays A flat. And then pinky's going to go up to E flat on that second string, and then you're going to play an open G. Then go back to the chord you just had, which is D natural, and first finger playing A flat. And then this is where you just drop your middle finger for the D flat, and then this third finger is going to play B flat. Okay? You should be able to get through that one little bit at a time. If it takes you all week to kind of just push through each section, I'm okay with that. If you don't really conquer this week, it's okay, because I want to see you in less time this week. So just take your time, and I think you'll do well.